Redleg Riders chapter, right?
Correct.
Okay, we got Steve first. Hello.
Hi, I'm Steve. So I'm the president of the Militiamen VMC Redleg Riders chapter here around the Watertown area. I'll let Eric introduce.
Eric, yes.
I'm Eric with the Militiamen Redleg Riders chapter. Also, just one of the members.
Are you a VP?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Just a member.
Okay. So we talked just a little bit about that off the air. So you have members. So do you have like prospects, things like that?
Yeah. So I guess we'll kind of do the full thing first. So we are the Militiamen Veterans Motorcycle Club. So that is different than an MC. You'll see MCs that some people may know the history of some of that stuff. We are a veteran motorcycle club. We are the Redleg Rider chapter. There's 8 chapters in the state. So we are statewide. We are a law-abiding motorcycle club. We don't hold territory. We don't claim territory. Our biggest thing, we strive to like bring a stronger bond between military members, firefighters, law enforcement, and any other public servants. So EMTs, some doctors, stuff like that. We definitely have like just patriots too in. But we are a majority veteran club, 8 chapters, like I said, statewide. And our goal there is always to help anybody in need, military members, their family members, and anybody in need in the community. So we try to help the community. So we started in 2012 was Militia was founded by our first 5. And then we've kind of grown from there. And it was kind of one of those things where on deployment, so like I said, mostly military, there was, the Iraqi freedom and enduring freedom and all that with the Afghanistan campaign and Iraqi campaign. So a lot of friends were deployed. How do we keep this bond together and the brotherhood going? So motorcycle clubs, that's kind of how they founded back in the old days, the old MCs. So what's the new spin on it was kind of the veteran motorcycle side too, all law abiding, and then keep this brotherhood going. Because at some point you're going to leave the military and you kind of want the brotherhood still to continue on. And firefighters, law enforcement, they're cut from the same cloth as a lot of veterans. So that's a good mix that we have. So the way we do have prospects, so they have to like earn their stripes, if you will. We as militiamen, we call it a plebe. That comes back from a Latin term, plebeius. So it's like, can you humble yourself to work for another man, right? It's getting that honor and earning that respect from another man. It's not just demeaning and degrading like some prospecting hazing, right, that we've maybe heard of. It's one of those things we would never do something that we would not do for ourselves. But it's, that there's arrogancy when you get a lot of men together. So you got to kind of deal with that sometimes. So it's, can we be a brotherhood? That's kind of the grand scheme of it. Wow.
Okay. So you mentioned that it's part of a statewide organization. So did someone in the state, were they in Watertown and thought, we should start one in Watertown, or how did it get started?
That's kind of even a deeper, which I mean, it's honestly, we were in the community. So Militiamen, so it started, the mother chapter is actually in Black Hills. We have 3 chapters, West River, 1 in Pierre, and then 4 on the east side of the state. So where our founding 5 were from was on the west side. So they kind of started there. That's where the Militiamen started as a whole. Me and Eric were actually part of Redleg Riders AVMC. We had our own club here in town, out of the Watertown, kind of stretched to Sioux Falls area. And, but we were also veterans, same concept. So we, veteran, law enforcement, firefighter mindset, we're kind of picking from the same people, right? Like, so how do we gain memberships? Well, you're kind of picking from the National Guard guys, retirees, law enforcement. Well, so we're the militiamen, how do they expand to the Watertown area? So that was kind of a mutual agreement that this could work. And we actually then merged with the militiamen, and we passed over, and now we are militiamen, and that is going on. We're on year 3 now. So kind of a bigger backstory and an internal one. But yeah, so that's kind of how we expanded, if you will, to the Watertown area.
Yeah, no, that's good. So what do you guys do? Do you get together once a week, once a month, play cards, or how does it all work?
Yep. So obviously common interests, right? So motorcycles, we all kind of love motorcycles. I'd say 90% of us are gearheads, motorheads of some sort anyway, just working on, grab a case of beer and work on somebody's vehicle in the garage, right? So how does that expand? Then you get a group together. We all like to ride together. Who doesn't like to do something in a group usually? So you meet once a month. we are, I guess one thing I didn't mention, we are a nonprofit. We do hold a 501c3. So we are our own nonprofit organization. So we have that, you need to keep your it's a business at that point then, right? So our goal is to help the community, help veterans. So we have worked on doing poker runs. We've done person bingo before to gain some funds to help donate. So friends together, doing meetings, riding together, that grows into monthly meetings, and then what business decisions do we want to do? With whatever funds we can bring in.
Wow. So do you know roughly how many you've got in your group right now?
Yeah, we're sitting around a dozen right now in our local area. Statewide, I can't even tell you. It flows pretty up and down, just because there's a lot of moving parts.
Life happens too. So.
Yeah, life happens, right? And that's one thing too. We are very family first, Veteran Motorcycle Club. So when you get family, job, religion, sometimes we might want to do an event and 10 of us should be there, and it ends up being 5 of us are there. But that's why the spouses are very involved too. Our family members, our kids. We have some adult kids that are in the group. We have, I don't know, Jim's knocking on 50. But he's got an adult son now, so he can help with things. He doesn't have to be in the club, but it's family oriented. We do Christmas parties, things like that to get everybody together. And then obviously the goal is to raise money, and then what charities or where can we help? Like we recently helped the Beacon Center with some stuff. We've done Warriors Never Give Up, if you've ever heard of that nonprofit. We've done VFW, veteran memorials in Sioux Falls. And then obviously we would like just help community, right? Like Deputy Sheriff in Millbank, we helped him after the house burning down. Some unfortunate circumstances, but that's what we're here for, or try to help that. So,
Wow. And yeah, just recently, and that's what I caught was the Beacon Center. They come in here once a month and talk, and Shauna and I had seen it on there when I was kind of scrolling through. And so you guys had donated, was it 70 some pounds of meat and some check?
Yeah, we did a $1,500 check and then 70 pounds of meat. Yeah, and we worked with Dakota Butcher. Try to get a little bit of a discount on there. So shout out to Dakota Butcher to help a little bit with a bulk order a little bit. And yeah, so moving forward, we toured the Beacon Center, talked to them in a little past too, and they get plenty of hamburger helper and mac and cheese and all this, but nobody brings ground beef. And so it's like, well, let's do this, So that's kind of a neat little one we got to do. So,
yeah, I thought that was cool. And then, you just see all you guys standing there, and it's the Beacon Center, and that there's nothing that's cooler, when that you got some tough looking dudes up there and they're at the Beacon Center donating some meat and stuff. So it's cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
So when you guys are out and about, if there are people that are unfamiliar, does anybody mess with you guys ever though? Like you ever get any other group clubs or anything?
Sure. It matters, right? Because poker runs is one thing we do because you probably heard of poker run charity events. We just did one on Saturday for the BRO, who's a local club too. It's for breast cancer awareness. So, we went there, but you meet other people from other clubs. So there's that side of it, the formality side of it, but then it's, well, we didn't know you're here, or what do you guys actually do? What do you, because everybody kind of has their goal, I feel like. And our goal's kind of been more variety, I guess, driven than just one single thing, which is good and bad, I think. And but with that, you do see people, and I wear my vest in high V quite a bit, and I've had little old ladies or a random dude say hi, or just, hey, who is this, or what? So it stems conversation sometimes, and that's one of our goals, is to get more in the community, that we're here. If you see this logo on the back of somebody, it's not for a bad thing. It's for hopefully a good thing. I'm not saying we didn't speed around you. But it's for the greater good. We are going to be in the area. We're not going anywhere. We all work here. We have families here. We all love this community. We're here for it too. So it's not a bad thing if you see us.
Yeah. No. Well, and I think that what could be complex sometimes is some people, all they might know is like the Sons of Anarchy stuff.
Yeah.
And you're like, even if you didn't watch it, you're like, oh, those are badasses.
Yep.
So you got to be careful with the bikers, or what was the old one, the Marlboro Man or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
All that stuff you grew up with. And but like I know a little bit of the bike world just from my uncle at West River, and it has changed so much too. Like even some of those hard things are I don't think maybe is common. Is that
Yeah,
the right way to
yeah.
put it?
Yep. Yeah. Like it's the dirty bikers. We're all, we're all dirty bikers. That's kind of a good concept that I think stuck with a lot of people's heads, and it's not true anymore. Right? I'm not saying there's not those people in this world, but it has changed. The culture's changed. They do a lot of good. Just bikers in general. They just like to have no windshields and doors on their daily driver.
Yep.
So I think that is a big misconception, I think, with a lot of them.
Yeah,
Because we got kids going to school right with the kids of the other one. So it's like, we gotta, we're here together. So,
yeah, that's perfect. That's what I like the most about interviewing people is you never know. And one of the guys I caught in the photo, I never would have guessed. I knew he rode a bike, but I never would have guessed he'd be in like a club or something. Sure. And then, or maybe somebody's in like a Lego. I've seen guys that are in the Lego things, and I'm like, what? I didn't even know we had that. All that. So this is great. And I don't know if I recognized a couple of the other guys that were in here. I thought I did maybe a couple, but I couldn't remember their names. So it's awesome to see how you're connected to in the community and reaching out to different organizations and all that. So do you guys, you said you do like different events. Do you have anything else that's coming up?
So, one thing with bikers, right? Summer is kind of our time to ride.
Yep.
So what do we do in the winter? So one thing, a couple years ago, we started Purse Bingo out at the Sandbar. We've done a couple events there. We did bangers and bags. So it was guns and purses. So like designer bags, Coach and Kate Spade or something like that. Yeah. And but it's a date night kind of for the wife and the husband to come out, or just the girls to have a girl day out. So that is a different event than I think then that happens. Poker runs, we do our poker run every June. This next year, 2027, will be June 12th. And now we actually are going to work on, we're going to do security for the Shamrocks over the winter. So we can't ride bikes in the winter. Let's go do something. So we'll be out in the community a little bit there too. We'll be at the games doing security for the Shamrocks. So that'll be a fun change up, I think, a little different. But we're going to be in your face every day.
Yeah.
So a little different.
Yeah, in a positive way.
Yeah, in a positive way.
So you'll have your...
we're going to do security jackets. So it'll be different. So we won't be wearing our vest. You'll see our logo. So I think that'll be just good enough. I think just to see us, and we're not bad people.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's cool, the way that you're finding unique ways to kind of integrate yourself. That's something I never would have thought of. Did they approach you about that?
We had a meeting. We set up a meeting, and it's like, how can we help each other? Because technically, you think, well, I know Shamrocks were here decades ago. The old hockey team, but like they're new to the community too, right? So we're newer. I mean, like we've lived here, but I mean, to actually be exposed, we're newer to the community. So how can we help? They could use help. We could use more recognition, and I mean, it's just it just worked.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
That's really
we sat down, we had a meeting, and we brought up some ideas.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good job on setting that up. I think that's real cool. So do you think anybody's going to hit the ice or try to hit the ice or anything? Anybody? You think anyone's good at that?
I
doubt I got that angle.
Yeah, so most of the members are 35, 40 plus, 30 plus.
30 to 52.
Yeah, I'd say.
But statewide, we do have one Vietnam vet in the club. So he's knocking the door, a little older than the rest of us. But I'd say in general, 30 to 55 is kind of that average. But
if you're like, so if you're in law enforcement or something though, and you're in 21, 22, you could come check it out.
Yeah, you can always. I mean, definitely, we are always open to. We do have a Facebook page. You can always message. Obviously, just see who we're about, right? I mean, I think that's half the battle is what are these guys about? There's multiple clubs in the state, and they might not fit. Not everyone's going to fit you, right? And that's why we talk about the brotherhood concept. Is I mean, I just recently retired a year ago. Some guys are still serving. Some did 5 years. Some did 25 years, right? Some did 5 years as law enforcement officers. Some are still doing it, or they did 30. So that brotherhood is kind of the true thing we stand for. The connection. We're not just friends when we have our vests on and we ride. We hang out with each other. We do family things together. Our kids are good friends. Our wives are good friends. So I think that's where not everybody's going to match you, but maybe you can find that home. You know?
Yeah. So if you kind of fit the bill, if you will, and you're interested, just kind of reach out to the group and.
Yep, Facebook message would be great. I'm not saying you won't just run into us and you can talk and
Yeah.
get a text or phone call going, but that'd be a blank way. We do have a website. It's always just like anything, always up, open to updates and stuff like that. But that's a way to somebody would get a contact from you. So
Or go to Shamrocks and.
or just go to a game and come yell at us.
Yep. Are you one of those bikers?
Yep.
I want to do it.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So, and like you said, with the family and things like that, so you have like events where you have the bikes and the family and games and all that stuff all in at an event or whatever?
Yes. Like, I mean,
4th of July.
Yeah, 4th of July we've done it. I mean, you want?
Well, we did 4th of July at my place. Typically we do a distance race too.
Mm-hmm.
See who can get the most miles on a bike for the year, and then whoever wins it has to pay for the food and then the booze and whatnot or whatever your beverages. But that's been at my place. We've done that at my place a few times. Then, like Steve said, the Christmas party we do. We've been going to the Life Song for the last 3 years now. We back when it was a little smaller, we used to do like a family trip, no kids, to where like it was a destination thing. So like we went to Okoboji one year with just adults, and but we do things like that all the time too.
Mhm.
So
Wow. If you guys get big enough, maybe you can get your own plane or something.
Yeah, no
So,
kidding, right? Yeah,
like that, who knows?
Get Dunewald involved.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, is there anything that you want to mention while you're here before? I mean, we wrap up or anything?
I guess I think in general, I mean, we've kind of hit on it, I think, in pieces, but we just want people to know that we're here. We are in the community. We're not here for a bad reason. We are wanting to support the community. We want to find other ways we can support. Obviously, we can always stretch ourselves too thin at some point too, if it's a labor thing. But I think just realize that we're here. We'd like to have conversations, even if, it's not about joining all the time either, but, it's just knowing that we're here. We're somebody. That's how we do. We try to do as much as we can with what we got. And I guess forgot to say too, the Adopt the Highway, you see our sign every day too, if you drive by on 212 West. So, but yeah, just, I think we're here for a good reason. Come say hi. We'd love to have a beer with you. Go riding with you. I mean, whatever.
Mm-hmm. So then you have to like pick up garbage once a year?
Yeah, so twice a year we do. Yep.
Okay.
Spring and fall we do the starts at the Custom Home Builder across from Steve's World on Highway 212,
Mm-hmm.
and then we go all the way darn near to the Rooster.
Wow.
almost to the rooster.
Yeah, 3 miles. We got 3 miles is ours.
Wow.
So we were, like I said, we're stretched too thin.
I would definitely make that a family activity.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, the kids get involved there.
Yeah.
But still, it's good. Something that there too. I mean, the kids can get involved, and it's a good thing. But then they can, you work hard to play hard.
Mhm.
I think that's something to learn.
I've heard that a lot in my life. That's perfect. And I think that's real action too. There are things you donate funds and things, and that's great. It really is. But you guys are out there like picking up garbage and doing different things. Made me think of, I don't know if there is one, but like young motorcycle riders that are coming up or something to learn. Maybe they could pay you guys $10,000 to learn, and that could be a fundraiser for you.
We can always learn. Yeah, you can get part of the motorcycle safety course or something.
Yeah, that's okay. I didn't know if there's like a government thing, you got to take to get your class 2.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Every state's a little different on what the actual class differentiation is. But yeah, either way, you need the motorcycle endorsement on your license, and we'll have that. We're not all illegal.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's sure. But
you got law enforcement and first responders, so most definitely.
Yeah. Last thing too is, I mean, you got to think about the people who are out on the road with us. I mean, the amount of responsible adults that are there that deal with the first responding every day.
Mhm.
It's their time to finally relax a little bit too, because wind therapy is a real thing, and we all could use it. So
Yeah. So here's a question I just thought of. Mowing the grass, right? And spitting it out onto the yard, onto the highway, especially. But 1, do you know if that's illegal? And 2, even if it's not, that's real crappy, right?
So yeah, regardless, it's crappy. Because one, it's your grass clippings, probably should be on your lawn.
Yeah.
But that's a tough sore subject for some people because in a way, somebody's going to tell you if that bothers you, you don't know how to ride. Some people are going to say that, right? But on a curve is different than a flat, straight road, things like that. But I don't think it's actually illegal. I don't think there might be an ordinance in certain towns, right? Because there's always ordinances versus the state law. But I'm going to say we all slow down when that happens.
Oh,
Yeah.
You don't accelerate through that. It's kind of like hitting black ice concept. Like, even if it doesn't affect you, you're going to be gentle through it.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I always see that. And I remember like my dad and uncle were like, blah, blah, or there could be like, they spit out a clump instead of it spreading out nicely.
Yeah.
And so you're cruising and you hit that little squishy spot and, that's all it takes sometimes. So in town, maybe a little different, but on the highway, I'm always like honking at people and stuff. So, but that's probably why I'm in news. So, well, okay. Is there anything else that you could think of you want to get out?
I would like to say one thing. September 5th. So September 5th is the DAV Poker Run. So Disabled American Veterans down in Brookings. It's at the Dakota Bank Center now. Or it used to be a Swiftel. So Dakota Bank Center, I believe it is. It's a large poker run. Last year I think raised over $50,000 there. So they pay for all the transportation for vets who cannot get to their appointments through the VA. So the DAV's been around for a while. The militiamen help, and we help set up and do stuff with that. So if you want to meet a militiaman, there's going to be a ton down there to help on September 5th. And it's a great poker run anyway. It goes for a great cause. I would recommend it for anybody, especially on the east side of the state or right west into Minnesota. It's a great ride. It's fun when you parade through Brookings. So it kind of hits you different, So
You go downtown?
Yep. They do the whole thing. It's a parade.
People line the streets and watch.
That's nice when you get a bunch of bikes going down through there. And I'm sure a few guys are kind of revving a little.
No, we're burnouts or something. But that's a great poker run. And even if you just want to know what more motorcycle culture is about, that's a great one to just, you can meet a lot of people there. So,
That's wild. I always thought that's wild. You have some veteran medical care, but then they don't care how you get there. And, that's sometimes the most difficult part for some of them. 100%. So.
Yeah, we all live in different areas too. Not everybody's got public transportation, so
absolutely. So that's awesome. You guys do that, and you were helping out domestic violence at the Beacon Center, and just the Shamrocks. Like, you guys are in all these very interesting, important parts of our community. So appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. Yep.
You bet. Well, is there anything else you can think of?
If you do have an idea, anybody has an idea for where we can donate or where maybe the next place to look into, you can just hit us up on our Facebook page too. We'll answer back as soon as we can.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I will make sure we got everything attached too, so everybody can find you guys and go from there. So
absolutely.
All right. Well, Steve, Eric, thank you guys for coming in and hanging out for a minute and kind of giving me more information. And I think we've got a few people already watching, but it seems like these are really interesting interviews that kind of just keep going. So
thank you for having us.
Yeah, you bet. Appreciate everything you guys are doing.
Absolutely.
So all right. Well, we'll get back to some music here on Northeast Radio.